Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends. How are you? I welcome you on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, being healthy, how important it is. There should not be any doubt in it at all that health is wealth. Health is the most important thing ever after life. Once we are alive, then the next most important thing is our health. If at all we are healthy, it means that we can be happy as well. We can enjoy our life. It means that we can stay active. But if at all, unfortunately, we are not healthy, it means nothing. It means that our life is quite a painful one. So instead of being happy, instead of enjoying, instead of living well, we are just, bearing the unhappiness and the trouble. But there is another thing. There is another type of health as well, and that is called the mental health. And believe me, this mental health is not anyway lesser important than the physical health, for the reason that if at all we want to become physically healthy, it is very important, it is extremely important that we stay mentally healthy as well. The mental health is not anyway lesser important, but it is far more important. Look upon the people who are not healthy as far their psychology is concerned. If at all they are not enjoying, if at all they are not having the mental health, they cannot be a physically healthy person at all. So to become a mentally healthy person, we are going to talk about, we are going to make it a topic of our today's discussion. So that mental health is of extreme importance. We cannot deny the importance of it at all. So if a person is not mentally healthy, they people cannot become physically healthy person at all. It is absolutely impossible to become physically healthy, to staying physically healthy in the absence of the mental health. Not only the physical health, rather our economic health is impossible, our social health is impossible. In every sense we will become an unhealthy person if at all we are not mentally healthy person. Today we have made it a topic of our today's discussion. And first of all, to become a mentally healthy person, the thing which is needed more than any other thing, that is called embracing morning rituals. Out of the nine things we have chosen for our mental health, the first one is the first one is the first one is embrace morning rituals. We need to develop certain very healthy, very important morning rituals, like this and that, whatever is good for us mentally. We need to embrace the morning ritual. Morning, the beginning of our day, that is indeed very important. And the rituals we do perform after waking up, after leaving the bed, it must be very healthy, it must be very positive, and it must be embrace morning rituals. And the second thing is prioritize physical activity must be prioritized. It must be made a priority. Any sort of physical activity, either if at all we are working with our own limbs, we are working with the body, and our working does involve the physical exercise, then it is okay. Otherwise we need to do a good amount of walk, jogging, running, gym, or weightlifting, yoga, or aerobics, whatever type of exercise which is feasible for us. I think that we need to keep moving our body, prioritize physical activity. And the third is nourish yourself with balanced diet. Nourishing ourselves with a balanced diet, nourishing ourselves with what? Not with the junk food at all, but with a balanced diet. Balanced natural diet, very important indeed. Because if at all we are seen eating the unhealthy, the junk food, it will be very injurious for our physical health. And when it is physically unhealthy, it is automatically unhealthy for our mental health as well. So nourish yourself with a positive, with a balanced diet. And now the fourth is cultivate restful sleep. Cultivation of the restful sleep. Sleeping well, 7 to 9 hours of a sound sleep is very important. And if at all we are not cultivating a restful sleep, it means that we cannot become an effective person during the daytime, during the work time. Then I think, as for the sleep is concerned, that is the biggest ever restorative. Was we must be very very careful about this cultivate restful sleep. And now the number 5 is practice mindfulness and gratitude. Practicing mindfulness mean focusing upon the moment, living in our today. Learn from the past and prepare for the plan and prepare for the future, but live in today, living in the present moment. And that, if at all we go for the definition of the mindfulness, it means a state of mind achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting the bodily feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensation, used as a therapeutic technique. But mindfulness, if at all we simplify it a lot, it would mean that practice, that focusing upon the moment and practice mindfulness and gratitude. We need to become a grateful person. We need to become a grateful person, grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to our parents, to anybody who has done even a very small favor to us. I think we need to become a grateful person. Becoming a grateful person is very very important. And now the sixth is connect and communicate with whom. Social connection, positive, healthy social connection, people with a positive mindset, people who are respectful, people who are sportive, people who are positive. They all should be. I think we need to establish our contacts with these people. We need to stay connected. We need to stay connected with these people. And now the seventh is setting of realistic goals. Set realistic goal. Setting of the goals on the one hand, and setting a realistic goal, because unless and until the goal is not a realistic one, we will not be able to make the progress. We will not be able to achieve anything else. And if at all we fail to achieve that for a longer period of time, it will create and generate lot of frustration. And I think we will be losing the self confidence, and there will be no belief in ourselves. So for all that reason, it is very very important, that our goals are pragmatic one, or realistic one, attainable, achievable one. And now the eighth is unplug and unwind. Mean unplug mean we need to stay away from the smartphone and the computer and from the rest of the gadgets as well. Because as far this smartphone or computer is concerned, those people who are spending much of the time on screen, this is unhealthy. Psychologically it is very bad, and we need to unplug, we need to unwind, we need to take relaxation as well. So all of that is very very important. So not to spend much of the time on the smartphone and on the screen. And dear friend, not to work excessively as well. Now the ninth and the last is seek professional help as and when it is needed. We must not budge from seeking the professional help, because they people know it better. Because they know what could go wrong psychologically with a person, how to correct it. And that is very very important indeed. Dear friends and fellows, these are the nine things for the mental health. Each one of us must understand, each one of us must try to practice it. Unless and until we do it well, I think we will never be able to live a healthy, wealthy, and a happy life. Thank you very much.